Hello, this is Charting Man Dan of TheChartGuys, where we teach the little guy and girl how to utilize charts to manage their own trades and investments. What do I mean by the little guy and girl? Well, we just had two directives signed halting the implementation of a rule that requires financial advisors to act in the best interests of their client. Let that sink in a little bit. The big wigs on Wall Street can play with your retirement and hard-earned money without your best interests at heart. We currently have hundreds of members taking charge of their financial future, and we would love for you to come check out a free week with no credit card required to see if our services would be beneficial on your path to financial independence as well. What we offer, we have a separate course of over 5 hours in length on when to enter and exit positions. And in terms of what we do daily, we have nightly videos, key levels updated each morning before the bell, 2.5 hours of live daily webcam coverage in the morning and in the afternoon, and over 7 hours of educational videos. All of these links can be found in the description of this video. Come check us out. Thanks for watching. Let's get on to the technical analysis. Checking in on YELP GWPH PCLN NVDA and TSLA. So the YELP bulls could not follow through and confirm the bullish reversal doji. We are rejecting from the 200-day moving average resistance yet again, and we're rejecting from the 8-period, or I should say the 4-period exponential moving average, which has rejected the price on multiple bounce attempts. So there is potential that this is another bear flag like we saw back here, 3 days of a weak bounce attempt before continuation to the downside. And as of right now, if we can't get over this 200-day moving average, that certainly will remain likely. 34.16 is the lowest price we have seen. We have now closed below 34.62. So the weekly time frame is losing that higher low pattern. We had this low back here of 32 even, higher low of 34.62, and that has now broken on big time bearish volume in reaction to the earnings report. So the bulls could still maintain this weekly chart and keep it favoring the bulls, but we're going to have to see a big time turnaround on the daily time frame soon. And step number one is getting over the 4-period exponential and the 200-day moving average. GWPH consolidation still favors the bulls. It's normal and healthy. It could be a bull flag pattern. And if the bulls show back up, we've got resistance of 130.57 and 130.58, a double top the past 2 days. Break that level, and we're looking at the recent high of 133.30. And we'll be looking for continuation of that bull flag pattern. This is very normal, healthy consolidation. Our previous consolidation low, 126.75, and now our higher low at 128.03. Bulls really want to hold that level. Weekly time frame is rejecting from the upper Bollinger Band, waiting patiently for that to ascend to create room to the upside, because as of right now, 131.63 is resistance. And if we pull back and break the low of last week, 127.65, we will be confirming that bearish reversal inverted hammer. It did reject from that upper Bollinger Band. Keeping an eye on the biotech sector as a whole, IBB is a NASDAQ biotech sector and GWPH is a NASDAQ bio. So keep an eye on that sector overall, and if we continue to see strength as we have been seeing, we should see the bulls hold up here. They certainly did a good job the past 2 weeks with that break of the lower high pattern on the weekly time frame. PCLN failed to hit a new all-time high by less than $2 today. A bit of a double top, clear upper wick showing profit taking from those levels. Support is 16.34, and if we break that, 16.28. Higher lows on the daily still intact, but it's getting very tight. And if we see consolidation in the overall market, we will likely see consolidation in PCLN as the correlation is fairly strong there. And it would be a nice bearish entry if we can get a break of 16.34 and 16.28. We'll be looking at the middle Bollinger Band in the low 1600s. Weekly time frame, still consolidating. Last week was a bearish reversal candlestick. Currently this week, it's an inside candlestick compared to last week. So not seeing any follow through to the downside just yet. It would require a break of 16.28 to see that follow through. NVDA, extremely bullish follow through. We had a bullish reversal candlestick, a hammer off the 50-day moving average, nice gap up and run. And we did break the high of the last bounce attempt, 110.15. That was the level that I needed the bulls to break to prove their strength to me. And we closed up at the high of the day. So the next resistance is the middle Bollinger Band. It's going to be right around the low 112s come tomorrow. And if we close above that middle Bollinger Band, we will continue to see moves to the upside. The semiconductor sector is very strong. AMD is the lead bull in my opinion now because of this significant consolidation. NVDA is right behind it. But the bulls were certainly in control today, and you can see that by the strong close by NVDA. We are still holding those weekly exponential supports. We held it by a few pennies last week, and here we are bouncing off of it again. 107.98. Bulls maintaining the higher lows as long as that exponential support holds. If it's lost, we see the bearish MACD cross and a bearish TCG cross of the 4-period down through the 8-period exponential moving averages. So that's a very important long-term trend, which is held for a year to be watching. Lose those levels, and the bears might take over in the short term. Tesla back to another test at 280 and another rejection. So this is very clearly a psychological resistance level. You can see the upper wick on the rejection, and we have seen an upper wick back on the high we've seen of this move. So right now we have our high, our low of consolidation, our lower high is likely set here, and if we pull back, we're going to be watching the middle Bollinger Band on the daily in the mid 260s. But bulls must hold 264.15 to keep a higher low pattern on the daily time frame, and that middle Bollinger Band is going to be above 264.15 over the coming days. So getting tight here on Tesla. Currently not confirming the bearish reversal candlestick on the weekly time frame, but we have rejected from 280 3 different times in the history of Tesla trading, and here we are again. So if we cannot close this week above 280, the bears reject the price yet again, and the bears are going to affirm that resistance as a very key level. So watching to see this daily chart tighten up over the next 3 trading days this week. It's going to get very interesting with Tesla, and obviously watching the overall market. If we see the overall market consolidate, we'll be looking for Tesla to consolidate with it. So wrapping it up real quick, Yelp bulls no follow through, bears still in control. GWPH normal healthy consolidation, looking for bullish continuation. PCLN, like Tesla, is getting tight. We have our high and our lower high and a couple higher lows, much tighter than Tesla currently is. We should see a clear break of this tightening range by the end of this week. And NVDA, strong follow through, strong close, looking for some upside tomorrow with the middle Bollinger Band daily resistance. Thanks for checking in. We'll check back in tomorrow.